just like to ask. One was fabrication. I've heard that word mentioned several times. What exactly is fabrication? Is that putting things together?
Yeah,
or?
yeah.
So
Yeah. When I worked at Haliburton's, I was classed as a plater.
right.
Well, platers originate really from the shipyards. But then when I started my other company, he would never call us platers. He called us fabricators.
Right.
The difference was about £1.50 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
What you didn't get.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, fabrication is
It's only a question of sort of pressings and rolled steels. You're welding them together to make a component.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, all the units what we made, they were all fabricated. All the skid units
All
were
the skid
fabricated.
units,
I
yeah.
mean, you had your main RSJs, what were the main runners, and you had your rounds what went along the fronts, and then all the pressings inside to sort of fit your engines on, and your transmissions on, and your pumps on. And they were all sort of fabricated and welded.
You made either single skid
Skid
units
or
or
double
skid
skid
units,
unit.
or
Then we made
trailers.
the 64 TK trailers, didn't we?
Yeah. I made bulk cement trailers.
Yeah, with the tanks on the
with the
trailers.
tanks on.
Yeah. They made a huge variety of equipment at Haliburton's, really, didn't we?
Never a dull moment, was
Oh,
it?
never a dull moment, no. It was always a challenge.
I mean, I worked with John. I only worked with John on one job. I don't know if you can remember what.
Well, I was trying to think about that. Didn't we make a sort of a triangular sort of tubular section sort of thing?
We made like a crane jib, didn't we? That went vertically went up
That's
to
right.
clean those tanks in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, blimey, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
And on the morning they tested it, he tapped me on the shoulder and said, "I think we ought to make ourselves scarce here," because the two blokes who volunteered got absolutely
So
soaked.
did they? Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Wasn't that a sort of a triangular section?
Yeah,
sort of
it
thing?
was. They were like.
Each section had to be interchangeable,
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
it? So there was a little bit of precision work attached to it, wasn't there?
yeah.
I remember that now
yeah.
when you mentioned that.
And then there was a trolley inside with a jet on, and they pumped water and sand through.
That's right.
And then they built that big A-frame, didn't
Yeah,
they? I mean,
yeah.
health and safety would have an absolute nightmare because this A-frame had got a 40-foot sheet on it, vertically up. I mean, I went up the top of it one night, and you could look right down Haverhill
You
Street.
could, yeah.
And then what they did, we rigged this, which represented the inside of these tanks out in Abu Dhabi.
To clean
And
them.
they were, well, when I got out there, it was going to have an air motor on it,
Yeah,
weren't it? But
yeah.
while that was in Haverhill, they had two big pedals, didn't they? And we see these yellow sou'wester suits, and he said, "I think we'll keep out the way." And we did.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
actually,
I reckon we was on that for a good 2 months.
Oh, a long while.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
I made another big component. There's a picture of it on what I sent you. That was a bundle and tube side
that's
cleaner,
right.
and that was basically they had a big oil refinery down on Southampton Waters, where there was rubber and oil refinery down there, and the condensers in these huge sort of containers were tubes.
That's right.
They used to take them out, and they used to get choked up with the old various stuff, whatever was on there, and they needed to be cleaned. So we had the bundle cleaner. It went on a couple of rollers, and that the rollers revolved, and you had a heavy jet, really sort of high pressure jet with sort of sand and abrasives and chemicals come out to clean it, and then we had another attachment on it where you had lancers. There was about a block with about 2 rows of 6 lancers with sort of tungsten tips on them with little jets in the end of them, and you sort of push line them lancers up into the tubes, and then you sort of open the old valve up and sort of really give it socks, so the old pressure really sort of hit it, and you just push them through there, and that used to clean them up like new. Used to come up brilliant, it did. Yeah.
That sheet of metal on that thing we done, that was as rusty as a horse shit.
Yeah, come up like new, didn't it?
Yeah, it looked like new, didn't it?
Yeah.
That bundle cleaner sat in Yarmouth for many years.
Did it really? Was it?
Going over it.
In actual fact, we went to the chemical handling exhibition, and old Bill Darren was standing there, and I was operating this thing in the old red overalls.
Yeah.
Used to do a lot of. I also used to do a lot of wireline wire line.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
units. I made a couple of wire line units while I was at Haliburton's. One went to Otis,
Yeah.
and the other one went to Shell Exploration up at Lowestoft. I don't know whether they've ever got it there now, but I also used to go over to Nam, which was the headquarters in Holland near Schoenebeck, place called Corvilden, where they used to have their headquarters as wireline unit operators there, and their wireline units used to be mobile on trucks. And quite often I was over there on several occasions where I had to sort of do repair jobs on them. But they were quite interesting wireline units. But I had that one what we made in Haverhill, it took ages and ages. I was fiddling about with that to get it right, you know, because you had to get the sort of right tension on the gauge, you know. So I had one end of the wireline unit hooked up onto one of the tanks, and the other end hooked up onto another tank, you know, so that was stable, so you could really sort of give it some welly, you know, and to see the old gauge go around, you know.
Oh, you want to see the new ones now?
Yeah.
I mean, this more they're self-contained. You still got the foot on the old brake like.
Oh, have you?
Still got that,
Oh, that band brake on it, yeah.
All the others, it's all automated now.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
So they used to use...